Now, stay tuned for my next interesting video. That will be the script developer, his duties, the salary I'm going to be paying him, the potential candidates. Again, you have Ryan Johnson, J.J. Abrams, Jon Favreau, the screenwriters who wrote Avengers, Lord of the Rings. So my next video for the 13, I'll babble for good, I don't know, 13 minutes here. So for my next video, I'm going to talk about the script developer. Hope you guys are going to enjoy video. You guys are going to enjoy that video. That's going to be an amazing video. I'm going to talk about the script developer. So I want the script developer who worked in Hollywood. Obviously, no series people. Series people are out, right? So you have to. I'm going to talk about the duties. So what the script developer, what I want the script developer to do. So my script developer will be helping me with the scripts. He'll be helping me writing He'll be helping me writing the Miscellaneous script. He'll be helping me with me and my wife with the concept arts. He'll also be making. He's in charge of printing all the scripts. So when the actors arrive to the office, I'm gonna have my script developer print a hard copy of all the scripts. I'm not a fan of online because online can get leaked and people can leak it and all that stuff. Hence why I want the script developer to print. Okay, I want you printing all the scripts. That way, when the actors arrive, you can give them the scripts. So when the actors arrive, the script developer will give the actors a script. What I'll do is I'll hire someone to put their scripts in the plane. That way they don't forget. Because when they're drunk, they can forget. I'll hire someone to put their scripts in the plane, in the jet. So my script developer will be helping with my scripts. He'll also be helping with the concept artists. He'll be printing the scripts, right? He'll be helping my assistant director. So what I'll do is when I send my script developer to Switzerland, I'll have him go over I'll print a copy of my directing notes, and I'll have him go over. Even though I'll have him handle business help the others with business in Switzerland, but I also want him going over the script with my assistant director in Switzerland. That way, they're mentally prepared when I start production the following year. Right. So my script developer will be handling who'll help me with the script. He'll be doing help me with the concept arts. He'll be my assistant director. He's also in charge of business calls. I'm gonna put him to work. I'll pay him a nice $2 million yearly salary. So for Zanis, the script developer will be making $2 million for the 4 years. So his first year he gets $2 million, second year he gets $2 million, third year he gets $2 million, and then the fourth year he gets $2 million for the term of the move for the 9 months. So what I'll do is for all my movies, my 6 team for the year filming takes place, I pay them during the term of production. So my script developer, I'll pay him $2 million for the first year, $2 million for the second year, third year, and the fourth year I'll pay him for the term of the movie, for the term of the 9 months. So he's getting $8 million. For all the other movies, he'll get like $6 million. So for the organization, we're looking at 2 years and like 7 months, whatever it is. So he'll get $2 million for the first year, $2 million for the second year, and the third year he'll get his $2 million for the 3 months of filming. Just pay him $2 million for 3 months of filming. That way, right? Considering they're going to be hard at work during production, right? Again, you have potential cast like Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson wrote Star Wars. J.J. Abrams wrote Star Wars. Jon Favreau created the Mandalorian series. Jon Favreau's a good candidate. If I can get my hands on someone like him, you're looking at that's a sweet deal for the company because he created the Mandalorian series. Mandalorian is amazing. Is an amazing show. I guarantee you for the show he's probably making like $1 million, $1.5 million or something like that. Whereas if I were to hire him, I don't know who I'm hiring, but if I were to hire him, I would pay him a $2 million yearly salary. At the same time, whoever gets chosen will be saved till they die. They're going to be working for me and my wife till they die, obviously. They'll be saved. Right. I'm going to talk about how I want my 6 team to live in Vancouver. So because my 6 team will be full-time employees, I want them living in Vancouver. So the last thing I want to happen is have them away from home for a long time. Because there's a good chance the 6 team will all have kids and all that stuff. They'll be married and have kids. Last thing you want to do is have me away from their family. Hence, I want them to live in Vancouver. And the good thing about them living in Vancouver is they don't have to worry about the rates. So when I pay you $2 million, you're getting $1.2 million after taxes, which is a fat check in the bank. So every year you're getting a nice $1.2 million check in your bank. Hence why you pay them a lot of money, because they're going to be hard at work. The 6 team is going to be, your script developer is going to be hard at work for the 4 years, man. Because you're looking at 3 years and 9 months for Zayn. So the script developer will be hard at work for the 4 years for Zaynus, man. Right? Then after that, I'll talk about the secretaries. The secretaries, I want secretaries who worked in Hollywood. You can probably the best secretaries who work in Hollywood. The secretaries, they will be what? They're responsible for creating all the ads, which is a lot of writing. Obviously, I don't pay $1 million for nothing. They're responsible for taking all the calls from the agents because all the Hollywood agents are gonna call my office, man. Look at something crazy. But for Zanus, I already chose my actors. The only actors I have remaining for big roles are Cornelius, Eli, and Joe. But those actors I'll have them be B-list actors. Considering I can't afford to pay them a list salary. Because considering I'm already paying all the actors all the other actors a shitload of money. So the actors for Sirius, Cornelius, and Eli, I'll have them be B-list actors. All my remaining actors, I'll have them be B-list actors for Zanus. The minor ones, I'll have them all be B-list actors. As for most of my movies, the minor characters will be B-list actors, obviously, because they're cheaper. Whereas the main ones will most likely be the A-listers. And I'll have maybe two will be the A-listers and like 2 spots also for B-list actor. So the secretaries I want to hire, I want secretaries who work in Hollywood. You can hire the best secretaries who work in the industry, and you can pay them a nice $1 salary. They'll be responsible for writing the ads. They're creating all the ads, obviously, setting them out, taking all the calls from businesses and agents, because the Hollywood actors or agents are going to call my fucking office. That's why you pay them a nice $1 salary, because it's going to be hard at work. At the same time, I want them making business calls. I'm going to tell my 14 team, hey, whenever you guys feel bombarded with a lot of work, have the secretaries take a load off you. Have them make some business calls to help you out. And when the secretaries are now flown to Switzerland the 3rd year, they're gonna have to put on their business hat, and they're gonna have to help the 14 with business calls. So my secretaries will be my administrative assistants, but they'll also be my co-assistant producers. Because they're going to be doing business work too. I don't pay you $1 million for nothing, man. I'm going to push you to fucking work. I'm not going to pay you $1 million and have you just only handle administrative work. No, I'm going to make sure I put you to work. You're going to be making a shitload of business calls. Okay, make sure you make calls for the doc, right? I mean, make sure you pay for the doc crew's flights, pay for their hotel, pay for their feeding. Yeah, I need you to make those calls. Help out the 14. Right, there's my top notch for that. Right, and after the next year, I should be making my content editing phase announcement early next year. I'll be making the accountant video. My accountant will be in charge of the funds, how much money we have left. I want him giving an update. I want my accountant to give an update of how much money has been burned every month. So every month, give me an update of how much money has been burned. Because a lot of money will be burned throughout the 4 years, man. A shitload of money will be burned. I want my accountant keeping track of how much money is getting burned, obviously. At the same time, I'm going to put him to work. He's going to help me whenever I sign a contract, I'll have my accountant with me. That way he can keep track of how much money is burned. He can punch in the actor's salary, recruitment salary. Right. I only want to, as long as I have a super advanced payment system, one accountant's enough. I only need one accountant because I'm going to put like $600,000 into a super advanced like payment system to pay the crew and the actors, obviously. Right, so the accountant, and then and my accountant will also be making a shitload of business calls. You got to put him to work, man. Because even though my accountant is an accountant, he's gonna have many hats. He's also my assistant producer. My 4 team are my assistant producers. My secretaries are my co-assistant producers. At the same time, they also have to. My secretaries are also handling administrative work. So they have my 6 team has many hats. And afterwards, you're looking at an interesting topic: the legal advisor, and the head of production. And while I'm pumping out those videos, I'll be making my phase announcements. Because next year I should get my laptop back. End of the year, early next year, I should get my laptop back. And I'll be pumping out my remaining series, my remaining videos, my miscellaneous series. I'll be pumping out my remaining series, my miscellaneous series. And that's how you know Ivan O'Mara is not playing around. That's how you know that you only have about 9 months left of Ivan O'Mara on YouTube. And once he makes that final announcement, he finds out how wicked you really are. Ivan will cry his eyes like a baby. He'll pay his fee. He'll save his wife. And once I'm king and I get that first check and I see my wife for the first time after 30 years, I'm taking off to the throne with her. I'm going to start Sky Source. I'm going to make that Zanus movie because you're looking at the best thing ever made. I'm not kidding around. Once you read Zanus, you're going to be like, oh my god, like you're going to be like blown away. Oh my god, like I can't wait for this movie to be turned into a movie. Because once you read the book, you're never going to be the same. And then once I adapt to the big screen, you're gonna be like, oh my god, like this is the best. If this is done right, it has to be done right, obviously. If this were adapted to the big screen, you're looking at the best you ever made. And hence why I'm gonna keep saying this. Hence why those action shows for Zanus are fucking lucky, because especially the ones from Xanax, because they're going to be fighting devils in the Big Screen, man. There's never been a movie released whereby you have actors fighting the most horrific beings in movie history. If you think the war in Lord of the Rings, Two Towers was the orcs were freaky, you think that war was badass. Imagine putting $340 million for CGI and world building and action sequences and the horror of the wolves. You're looking at unheard of world building. You're looking at something unheard of. You're looking at top notch like action fighting sequences against the devil wolves. And that's why these actors are going to be badass movie stars. Once they finish filming the movie and Hollywood's going to rent the venue, and there's going to be like 4,000 fans interviewing them. And the actors are going to get invited to speak around the world. They're going to get their speaking fees. Obviously, they're going to be richer. They're going to make a shitload of money off their speaking fees, like $20,000. Hey, would you like to speak at this place? We'll pay you $20,000. The actors have all these speaking fees. Yeah, man, they're going to be fucking famous. Radio interviews. Hollywood rent a venue, interview them. Hey, like before Xanax gets released, Hollywood will guarantee rent a venue, interview the actors, and the whole world's tuning in. Yeah, you're welcome. The whole world's tuning in. Skyster's boosting the economy, right? The whole world's tuning in to the radio interviews, to their big interviews at the venues. What was it like filming on set? Oh my god, like Airtat's scary. You know what I mean? Like you're looking at the scariest we ever made. You know what I mean? You're looking at the best we ever made. Yeah, man. You're looking at crazy, unheard of buzz, and those actors are going to get to experience that buzz with me and my wife. And that's why they're lucky Joseph Free. The organization movie, those actors will be lucky too, obviously, but they're not going to be as lucky because you're looking at Xanax will guarantee have Xanax will have the strongest buzz. Because you're looking at the best story told, and me and the actors are going to be fighting the devil himself in the big screen. The devil himself in the big screen. I'm telling you right now, you're looking at something so scary that like you're going to sleep with the lights on if you live on your own. You have to invite someone over to watch it. That's how top notch it'll be. Anyway, stay tuned for my next video. The script developer, the potential candidates will get very interested for that. This is Ivan Omer. I'm signing out. Peace.